There's no biological free lunch. If you try to cheat nature, it'll backfire. By managing symptoms with synthetic man-made drugs, you might feel better for a while, but once you stop the drugs, you'll end up with more symptoms than you started with. SSRI antidepressants, benzodiazepines and Adderall can make you feel better initially, but then something might not feel right. You might start suffering from cognitive decline, something you never experienced before. Once you stop your medication, you may feel much worse than you did before starting it, and doctors will simply say you're experiencing a relapse of your depression and anxiety, and they'll refuse to acknowledge the destabilizing, desensitizing effect that these medications have on the neurotransmitter production and levels, their withdrawal effects, and their ability to increase the nutrient deficiencies. You may notice your symptoms get much worse, and now you have some new symptoms you didn't experience before you went on the medication. One reason for this is something called drug-induced nutrient depletion. Studies show pharmaceutical drugs can deplete your body of the critical nutrients through multiple mechanisms, including increased excretion of vitamins and minerals, impaired digestion and absorption, and storage of nutrients. Over time, the nutrient deficiencies can develop, and these deficiencies can cause additional symptoms and increase the side effects. In fact, many drugs' side effects are simply nutritional deficiencies. This is clearly a problem because nutrient deficiencies can be one of the main causes of mental illness. Being prescribed medication which then further depletes vitamins and minerals from your body can make you worse. It's an epidemic that seems to be ignored by conventional medical doctors. You may even develop new symptoms or side effects months or years after starting a medication, because it takes time for nutrients to be depleted from your body. So both you and your doctor might not make the connection between the original medication and your new symptoms. These additional symptoms and side effects are often diagnosed as a new disease, leading to a new prescription, which further depletes nutrients. So it's clearly a downward spiral, and you could end up being on multiple medications at once. Your drug package insert won't list the deficiencies, and your doctor is unaware of them. Coenzyme Q10 is a molecule, and it's found in every cell of the body, and it plays a key role in the production of energy. It's also an antioxidant, and it protects your body and brain from free radical damage. High levels of CoQ10 have a significant antidepressant effect because of its well-documented antioxidant effect. This makes sense considering the increased amount of scientific literature that suggests oxidative stress contributes to depression. Unfortunately, studies show a number of psychiatric medications, including antidepressants, deplete the CoQ10. Low levels of CoQ10 can cause brain fog, mental fatigue, difficulty concentrating, memory lapses, depression, and irritability. Other deficiency symptoms can include increased blood pressure, muscle cramps, high blood sugar, and shortness of breath. Deficiencies can be caused by antipsychotics like Abilify, Seroquel, Risperidol, and more. By antidepressants like Prozac, Paxil, Zoloft, Celexa, Lexapro, Wellbutrin, Remeron, and Effexor. You can supplement with 200 mg of ubiquinol CoQ10 per day. The antioxidant alpha-lipoic acid helps to recycle CoQ10. PQQ at 20 mg per day has been shown to enhance the benefits and work synergistically with CoQ10. It's also linked to an abundance of other beneficial antioxidants like glutathione and melatonin. Magnesium is a vital mineral, and it participates in more than 300 biochemical reactions within the body. It plays a key role in neurotransmitter, enzyme, and hormonal activity, all of which have a huge impact on your mood and your brain function. It's one of the most important nutrients for optimal brain health, and it reduces anxiety, depression, and irritability. Many people are deficient in magnesium, and they may experience the following symptoms: increased blood pressure, muscle weakness, cramps, tremor and spasms, headaches and migraines, insomnia, suicidal thoughts, heart arrhythmias, osteoporosis and nausea. Interestingly, these symptoms are very similar to the list of side effects of many common forms of general and also psychiatric medication, and research has shown the following psychiatric medications deplete magnesium from your body, increasing the likelihood of developing a deficiency. The antidepressants like Prozac, Paxil, Zoloft, Celexa, Lexapro and Effexor can deplete magnesium. The central nervous system stimulants like amphetamine, Adderall, Dexedrine and more can decrease magnesium. Inadequate magnesium levels contribute to and worsen many neuropsychiatric problems. This includes depression, anxiety, insomnia, seizures, ADHD, pain, schizophrenia, irritability, PMS, drug abuse, and short-term memory loss and IQ loss. Case studies show patients with schizophrenia or major depression who've attempted suicide had significantly lower levels of magnesium in their cerebrospinal fluid. Maybe doctors should consider prescribing magnesium, something that actually gets to the root cause of the condition, rather than just giving out medications that cover up the symptoms and actually make the underlying condition worse. If you have a mental health condition or take medication, you should be supplementing with magnesium every day. You should also eat lots of foods rich in magnesium, like avocados, almonds, pumpkin seeds, Swiss chard, spinach, dark chocolate, halibut, and beets. Magnesium is required for the proper functioning of hundreds of enzymes in the body, so long-term supplementation can lead to numerous health benefits. Some forms would be magnesium bisglycinate or the more expensive magnesium L-threonate. There's a debate as to which is best absorbed. The cheaper forms like magnesium oxide have low absorption rates. The excessive consumption of magnesium can cause a laxative effect. Therefore, you should start with a small amount and slowly increase your dose until you start to notice this laxative effect or stomach discomfort. Then reduce your dose until the side effects disappear. This way, you're taking the most effective dose suited to your needs. This same principle of slowly increasing your dose to assess the maximum tolerable daily dose can also be done with vitamin C, as we all tend to have different requirements and reactions. Melatonin is a hormone that's released by the pineal gland, a small gland in the brain. Melatonin helps to control the sleep and wake cycles, known as the circadian rhythm. It's critical for deep and restorative sleep, which is necessary for optimal brain and mental health. Yet many psychiatric medications can deplete your supply of melatonin, increasing your need for the melatonin, or interfere with the activity of melatonin. This can lead to insomnia at night and fatigue during the day, and these are common side effects of psychotropic medication. You might also experience frequent waking throughout the night. Some of the drugs shown to affect melatonin are the antidepressants like Prozac, Paxil, Zoloft, Celexa, Lexapro, and Effexor. The benzodiazepines like diazepam, Valium, Ativan, Clonopin, Xanax, and more. The antipsychotics like Abilify, Seroquel, Risperidol, and more. If you take one of these drugs, you should consider supplementing with melatonin every night. If you don't take medication, it's still a safe and effective way to fall asleep and to stay asleep throughout the night. Doses of melatonin can vary greatly, from 0.3 milligrams per night to people megadosing with up to 100 milligrams per night, for example, in the case of autism or cancer treatment. One way to tell if you're taking too much melatonin is you'll be sleepy the next day. So start with a small dose and slowly increase until you find the optimal dose that improves your sleep but doesn't make you feel groggy. Vitamin B2 is known as riboflavin. It plays a key role in energy metabolism throughout your entire body. As a result, a deficiency can affect the entire body, leading to low energy, weight gain, and skin and thyroid problems. The following drugs can inhibit the absorption of B2, increasing your need for supplementation. The antipsychotics like Abilify, Seroquel, Risperidol, and more. The anticonvulsants and mood stabilizers like Dilatin, Tegretol, and more. The antidepressants like Prozac, Paxil, Zoloft, Celexa, Lexapro, Wellbutrin, Remeron, and more. Low levels of B2 have been found in people with depression, so giving them psychiatric medication can make them feel worse in the long run. To help yourself, you can supplement with B2. Health food sources of B2 include pastured eggs, leafy vegetables, beef liver, mushroom, sunflower seeds, and almonds. However, a multi-B vitamin with activated B12 and methylated folate would be beneficial. Also watch my video on the MTHFR polymorphism and methylation to determine if you're metabolizing B vitamins correctly, or instead creating toxic homocysteine levels. Vitamin B6 is a key nutrient to boost mood, deepen sleep, and supports your entire nervous system. It accomplishes this by playing a key role in the production of many neurotransmitters in your brain, including serotonin, GABA, and dopamine. But since psychiatric medications alter these neurotransmitters, B6 levels can be affected as well. If you're taking antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication, you should be supplementing with B6. This is because multiple medications have been shown to deplete B6, including the antidepressants like Prozac, Paxil, Zoloft, Celexa, and more. The benzodiazepines like Valium, Ativan, Clonopin, Xanax, and more. If you're taking the above medications, it's recommended you supplement with B6. Drugs that deplete B2 can also indirectly deplete B6 because B2 is required to activate the B6. These are the antipsychotics like Abilify, Seroquel, Risperidol, and more. The anticonvulsants and mood stabilizers like Dilatin, Tegretol, Gabapentin, and more. Symptoms of a B6 deficiency include weakness, mental confusion, depression, insomnia, and severe PMS symptoms. Some of the best food sources of B6 include potatoes, bananas, and chicken, but a multi-B supplement would again be the best option. B12 and folate are essential B vitamins, and they play a key role in methylation, one of the most important processes in the body and the brain for optimal energy and nervous system function. If you're depressed, you likely have lower levels of B12 and folate circulating in your blood, and people with low blood folate and B12 are at a greater risk of developing depression. Instead of looking at folate and B12 levels in the blood, doctors often prescribe all sorts of psychiatric medication that's been shown to deplete folate and B12, including the antidepressants like Prozac, Paxil, Zoloft, Celexa, and more. The benzodiazepines like diazepam or Valium, Ativan, and more. The antipsychotics including Abilify, Seroquel, Risperidol, and more. The anticonvulsants and mood stabilizers like lithium chloride, Tegretol, and Gabapentin. A B12 and folate deficiency can lead to an inability to methylate properly, and this can increase homocysteine levels. This can worsen your depression, irritability, fatigue, confusion, and forgetfulness. Methylfolate also helps to produce SAMe, and this can help to fight depression and improve your mood. If you decide to supplement with B12, you should avoid the semi-synthetic version cyanocobalamin and take the methylated methylcobalamin B12 instead. Good dietary sources of natural folate include leafy greens, asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower, and strawberries. B12 is found primarily in animal foods, and beef liver is a good source. You should monitor your B12 levels regularly. However, realize, as food is now fortified with folate, this can give a false reading on your B12 blood test and fail to detect a deficiency. Some more nutrients that have been shown to be depleted by psychiatric medication. Reduced levels appear in the research, just not as consistently as the other nutrients, so supplementation should be considered. Vitamin D can be depleted by antidepressants, benzodiazepines, antipsychotics, and mood stabilizers. Vitamin B1 by benzodiazepines and antipsychotics. Biotin by benzodiazepines, antipsychotics, and mood stabilizers. essential fatty acids including the omega-3s by antidepressants, sodium by antidepressants, so you can add sea salt to your meals for this. Glutathione gets depleted by antidepressants, calcium by benzodiazepines, antipsychotics, antidepressants and mood stabilizers, vitamin K by benzodiazepines, antipsychotics and mood stabilizers, and vitamin C by antidepressants, stimulants like Adderall and antipsychotics, inositol by mood stabilizers and antipsychotics, vitamin B3 by antidepressants, potassium by stimulants like Adderall, vitamin A by antipsychotics, carnitine by antipsychotics, and various minerals like zinc, selenium and manganese from antidepressants. The bottom line is that medication you might be consuming to manage your mental health actually reduces nutrient absorption, and it can rob your body and your brain of essential vitamins and minerals, and this can lead to unwanted side effects and declining health. On top of this, vitamin and mineral deficiencies are actually a huge underlying cause of mental health issues to begin with. Luckily, you can avoid side effects and even control and overcome chronic mental health illness without medication by restoring these missing nutrients. For more information on natural treatment options, check out my website where you'll find free videos on understanding neurotransmitters and increasing their production naturally. My video on the benefits of supplementing with N-acetylcysteine for mental health issues. My video on lavender oil capsules as a natural antidepressant and anti-anxiety supplement. And my videos on St. John's wort, uridine monophosphate, microdosing lithium orotate, and more details on other supplements mentioned here. Always consult a doctor before a change in diet or medication. To book a consultation, check out my website.